Okay, now to correct myself on the previous video I made about the Navajo teacher when he was speaking about the tribes, the 12 tribes, the houses called. I said Hoshun. It's not Hoshun. He said Hashe Juan. Now I went into the Hebrew and all I could find on Hashe would have been, it means the, like ha means the, Hashe would have been the. Juan would have come from Javan, Yayan Javan, which is the son of Noah, derived from the name of the Japheth, one of the sons of Noah, and listed in the table of nations in Genesis 10. First to the region of Yonya, which is the grace of Yah, and that's what another thing. He said Hashe Jon, Yonya, in the region of Asia Minor, located in Yonya Greeks. I told you this is America, a Greek name that may be related to Hebrew Yavan. Yavan refers to the descendants of Javan, who are, they say Javan, traditionally understood to be Yonyan Greeks. So he said whether you're Greek or Jew. So this is Yonya. This is where you're saying John. John, that means Yan. Y'all say ions. When you talk about ions, you're talking about grace. You're talking about John. Yan. That I is a Y. It's Yan. But it's supposed to be Kanan. But anyway, Yakanan. This is Yan Yah, the grace of Yah. It's understood to be the grace of Yah Greeks, which is Greek is where we get a word grace. And at the same time, it's just like saying Jesus Christ. It's all the same. They put double words that mean the same thing beside each other to make it redundant. So you don't know what the hell you're talking about, and they just keep forking in the dough. I'm telling you. The term used to denote, because that's Babylon for you. They said they confused your language. They didn't come in and attack you to destroy you. They didn't come in and they did exactly what the angels did. They came and took the daughters of men. What is the daughters of men? What man births? What does man give birth to? The word. Okay. Bam. So they confused your word. Bam. They came in and made alliances. Allegiance. When you change allegiance, you change the language. You change the language, you change alliance. When you change alliance, you change law. When you change law, you change knowledge. You change knowledge, you're confused. Okay. The term is used to denote the region and the people associated with Greece, grace, particularly the Ionia coast and islands. So why would they say Greece and particularly the Ionia? Because they're one and the same. You don't change the name. Akaya is another one, brother of Yah. It's just so much that goes with it, you guys, that they change the name so many times. It's just, like I said, it's Babylon, it's confusion. Yayan is identified, and Yayan, all that, just to say Yayan is the same exact thing as Yonya and Greece. See, that's what I'm saying. It's they say it so many different times, you don't know what the hell they're saying. Because you don't know what the first one means, you don't know what the second one means, so you don't know what the third one means. If you don't know what the root, then you don't know what the fruit. Alright. You don't know the seed of Jesse. The root of David is identified with with ancient Greeks, specifically the Ionians, who were the Ionians, my bad, not Ionians. Ionians, y'all would say Ionians. It totally throws you off. Who were one of the four major Greek tribes. The Ionians were known for their significant contributions to the Greek culture, philosophy, and science. the mention of, and it says Yavan. It's not Yavan. It's Yayan. Yayan. And that's it's real, man. You got, like I said, they changed it in all the languages. That's Babylon for you. That's Legion for you. In the Bible reflects the historical interactions between the Israelites and the Greek world, especially it wasn't the Israelites, it was Yeshurun and Yonya or Yayan. They were brothers. Especially during the Hellenistic period following the conquest of Alexander the Great. So you want to know how they were brothers? Because they were on the same ship. If they came from Noah's boat, okay. And you say the Israelites, where did they come? Noah's boat. All right, brothers. So, yeah, man. I want to correct that when my man over here. Let me tell y'all a true story. Watch this video to the end. Not that guy. When he was talking about the 12 tribes and the origins of the Anasazi, there were Anasazi. I'm gonna go. And then they would have other parts of stories they would say. When the Anasazi were among us, then of course the story is when the Anasazi people destroyed them. Anasazi, and they would let us know the story. And it was that as the years passed, a lot more people of our people, and even Native American people, have been convinced that this Anasazi people had been here long period of time, that our people recognized. And it was over a period of time that they came from the south, whether they came from the land areas across the Sonora Desert into the south. Ceremony is the enemy way. And the deities in that, among the Dene, was so different than that of the Anasazi. And the Anasazi mocked the gods that our people recognize. And the Anasazi, of course, had their own types of worship. And it is said that they worship the darkness. Is the way our old people used to say. And so if they worship the darkness, that's completely something different. And so the times that our people now conduct ceremonies, one of the ceremonies is the enemy way. And he has 12 men, 12 sacred beings, holy beings that help him, and they are called Hashejuan. And okay, so he says they're called the Hashejuan. Now that's what I was saying. In Greek, this is the Juan. Okay? That's why they have the J there. And then that's why it's spelled with a Ya. Ja, Ya, Yuan, Ya, Yavan, Ya, Yawan. You see? So they are that's what I was telling you guys. The Dene are from the flood. This is America. This is where they were at. This is who you call the Navajo. It's the Dene. You call the Navajo because the people that ruled the land at the time were the Anasazi. And the Anasazi were contending, I shouldn't say they were ruling the land in the south, they were calling these cats the Navajo. The South was the Anasazis. They were the ones that were enslaving people, and who knows, that could have been, they could be like the Masons that kind of like moved throughout different societies. Anasazi society, Nazis. I'm trying to tell you guys. You don't see it, but I see it. You gotta know Legion when you hear it. You gotta know Legion when you hear it. Alright, so, and they disappeared like the Nazis. Everything you can say about the Nazis and Hitler disappearing, you can say about the Anasazis and their destruction and disappearance. Alright? Except for, like I said, they were more so at the time of Moshe and Moses, and his people were in captivity, and they ended up getting, so the Anasazi stole Joseph, and then Joseph's children were from the Dineh. Joseph was from the boat also. You got to think about it. Everybody from the boat was being thrown into captivity and stolen, and like Moses was shipped down the river, and then that's how he ended up dealing with them. But then they said the Anasazi destroyed themselves and turned against themselves. That was Moses, who you're calling Moses. His name ain't Moses. His name would have been in the name of Mishar, and the name of Mishar is in the name of Yashar, and Yashar is where we get Yashaya. Okay, so Moshe to Yashaya. I mean, from Yashaya to Moshe, from heaven to earth. All right, so that is the people that were the Dineh had to Dineh would be like the tribe of Dan, more so, and they're calling them the Navajo and Nabi and all this stuff. And they're telling you the story. The Dan are the Don, the rulers of the land. Four corners, that's where they rested at. And that's what I said, the four corners is like Yashaya everywhere. He's everywhere. Like, you dealt with him on the east, you dealt with him in the south. There's nowhere you could run. Yashaya was making kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall. And he was leading his people out into the desert, into the wilderness, to get away from those kingdoms that he was destroying. Sodom, Gomorrah, all that stuff. Like I said, that's why you got Death Valley. That's why you got the Grand Canyon. It's where the Anasazi and the Egyptians were all at. This is the Serpent Kings and stuff were all at. This place is destroyed all the way down to freaking the Magellan Strait and freaking Laguna del Fuego. It's all prison colony, penal. They were taking slaves, mining and building and all that stuff, all the way up. Yashaya knows. He knows. And Legion, they're the children that were in charge of it. That's why Yashaya said, you can't be taking over men like that. You got to go out. And they were going into the animals and into the wild. They were the shapeshifters, the skinwalkers, and all that stuff. They were doing all type of stuff. That's why you have all that story out there in the West United States, Southwest United States. I'm trying to tell you guys. Pyramid Lake, Egypt, you got all that stuff out there. Atlantis, all that stuff, all the way over here to Georgia. It's all over the place. You guys don't understand. All this was once covered by water, so it was much easier to get further from coast to coast. Talking about the Panama Canal. Now you got Trump talking about the Panama Canal. That's how I further know that Trump is dealing with the dragon. Okay? So, pretty much because he's already done talks with Argentina for the Lake of Fire to start sending people down there to the prison colony at the Lake of Fire. Laguna del Fuego, Argentina. Look it up. Laguna del Fuego, Argentina. Look it up. Plus, Trump is dealing with the Devil Comet. The Devil Comet is the Space Force logo. If you go look at the Devil Comet, then you'll go look at the Space Force logo, put them side by side or on top of each other, you'll see. All right. So yeah, like there's Trump is death. That's the point. Okay, but I think he's like obviously like I always considered that this is the second time around. This is the second time the dragon is fooling the whole world. So like this is the end of the book of Revelations. Everybody's looking at the first round thinking like you're still in the Revelation 6s, Revelations and stuff like that. No. All that's been done before, and this is the when you're talking about, oh, it's like this is a hologram or a simulation. This is. Simulation is Samuel. It is the serpent. It is the freaking Leviathan. It is the dragon that deceives and fools the whole world. The simulation is the dragon. Duo. Okay. Do over. He's doing it again. He's released for a time and a half. Okay. So this is the do-over in Revelation 6. I mean after Revelation 6. Because Revelation 6 was like, so the do-over was like in like, let's get to it. Let's point it out real quick. Show you guys where we're at in Revelations. But yeah, man, of the 12 tribes, he's talking about Hashe. Hashe is the, you know, if you want to say Shay, the Ashar is good grace. Ashar, that's what I was saying. See, he was saying Ashe. Hashe. So, like I said, he's saying like Ashe, but he's saying Hashe. Hashe Juan. There's no Hoshe. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt if you want to go down to like Joseph or Joshua. If you want to go all the way there with the Hoshe to try to link it there, we can try to get you there. We can try to get you there. Let's see. Let me see if I can get you there. I don't know, man. Hoshe Hashe. Let's see if we can do Yashe. Because we know they switched the Y's out with the H. Nope. Yoshe. Nope. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you're not getting it. It's not gonna get Hoshe Juan. Yash. That's what I'm saying, bro. You're just not getting it like that. Hoshe, Yoshe. I know there's Hoshaya. Okay. we can go over here and you see who it comes from, Yashaya. But like I said, you're not getting Hoshe Yuan out of the 12 tribes. Well, Soteria. So yeah, it's not giving the whole shade off. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt and try to get down into it with you. You know what I mean? Like to try to say, hey man, like maybe it's a little deeper than I was thinking. But like I said, as far as I can get you is Yeshurun. Because he said Hoshe Yuan. Hoshe Yuan, right? I'm over here.
And sometimes they refer to these people as the house god or the growling god, but that's incorrect. Okili, the house god, they help him, and they are called Hashejuan. And
Hashejuan. Hashejuan. Now, let me see. Jose, because we know that area over there, it was called Jose. They call Jose a lot. I know I could find it if I go to Joshua. Jose. Okay. Hoshe. Ha! I found it. So, derived from the root, meaning Yasha. Okay. Derived from the root Yashaya. Yasha. Okay. The EA is Yah. Like the IA is Yah. Hoshe Yah. See, they're saying Hoshea. It's not Hoshea. It's Hosh Yah. Hosha Yah or Hosh Yah. It's not Hosh. They're saying Hoshea, but the way it's spelt, that's not spelt Hosha Yah. That's not spelled like that. I guess they're saying H-O and then she is Shay, and then you say the ah as a ah. I guess maybe they could say that. But when you put that E next to the A, it's Yah, just like I next to the A is Yah, just like Y next to the A is Yah, okay? Just like J next to the A is Yah. Why would it be any different? Okay? So, I'm just saying, man, like and that's the same way they do when they divide his name, the Most High's name. They act like it's not a part. They're acting like the name is not even the whole name. They'll say Haya Shar. They say Haya Ashar Haya. That's how they would break his name down, and they wouldn't put it together as Haya Shar Haya. Well, like it says Hosea. Now see, this is now when they put this right here. Now it's Yah. Okay? Now it's Yah. Now it's Hoshe Yah. Okay? Because in English, we say this is Shay. This is Shay by itself, so there's no Hosea in there, right? But when you put that apostrophe there, that is Yah. That's what I try to tell you. That's what I've been telling you, and that's what I'll always tell you. It is, and even then, when they put the apostrophe after the Shay, it is Yah. Yah. Okay? 100%. So I'll say that this is more so connected. Hosea Yayan Yaon, he said Joun Juan. He said Hosea Juan were the name of the 12 tribesmen. 6 of them were for peace, 6 of them were for war. Okay? 12 leaders, 6 of them were for peace, 6 of them were for war. You hear me? All right. And he called them Hoshe, like Jose. Okay. See, now that's how like I said, when you know Legion, I know Latin. When you know Legion, I can pull it up. Okay? And let you know this is where it's at. All right? Because they try to hide stuff. Legion likes to slight stuff, man. All right? Like Jesus is the same thing as Jose. Jose, Jesus, okay? Joshua, it's all the same name. It's all salvation, but it's all rooted for Yashaya. And they always slide off of it because it's no equal. Jesus, I just told you. Jesus, I just told you. Translated as Jesus, I just told you. In English, look. While there is no direct Greek equivalent for the name Hoshe, all right, Jose, Yah, Hoshe, Yah, the Greek name Jesus or Jesus, translated as Jesus in English, shares the same root. So they're both sharing off of something else that is original. They are not original. Hosea, not original. Jesus, not original. Jesus, not original. They are sharing from the original, one that gives life. Okay? Yashaya. Yashaya. When I say Yashaya, you don't see the Yah. I know it's Yah because this is his word, Yasha, and it comes from him. So therefore, just how it has the apostrophe right here after Shay, and it has the apostrophe after Shay, it would be the apostrophe after Shah. Yashaya. It is 100%. Okay. So, now that we've gotten to the root of his 12 tribes with the Navajo, with the Dene, the tribe of Dan, Daniel in the furnace, thrown into the furnace. Now, this furnace could have been them getting kicked out and sent over into Babylon, you know. So, like I said, a lot of people were getting taken left and right when it came to all this time. And he tells you, I've been listening to this man for a long time. And not a long time, but just this year mostly for most of the year I've been listening to him. And yeah, he tells some really good history stories. I think that, like I said, it's just the language has been from Legion and allegiances. He told you that him and his people would trade, and the first thing that you would see that they was trading, he was saying, or in the end of my video, you'll see that he talks about that with the Anasazi, when they destroyed themselves, his people would trade with the survivors of the Anasazi, and the survivors of the Anasazi were carrying, they had learned slavery from the Anasazi because they were in captivity. So after they got rid of their captors, they started taking people captive. So then when they were trading with the Navajo, who were the tribe of Daniel, then they traded slaves, and Dan took them as slaves, the Dene. But then the Dene had a schism with themselves also. They broke off with themselves also, because they said they didn't want the slavery, and they were worshiping other gods and starting to do the blood sucking and all that stuff. So they didn't want that anything to do with that. So they got rid of it, and all the sacrifice. That's what slaves lead to. Slaves lead to sacrifice, sex, magic, and blood sucking, death, Hades, hell. So they got rid of them. They split. The Dene, the same reason that they had to leave the East was the same reason that they had to split with each other. It was because they may have denied it when they left the first time, but they found out later on when their people revealed themselves, their true selves, say, hey, oh, okay, all along you guys were these people amongst us, and you're down with this slavery stuff and we're not, so we're going to separate with you guys. And they got real critical of that to keep it out of their existence. But they would still trade with people and stuff like that. So like I said, there's still all this. Babylon Legion knows no ends on how to get in. Slavery was just one of the main goals. Trade is always open, you know what I mean? But slave trade go together, because the person doing the trading is a slave themselves, to the price, to the numbers, for the love of money. All right, so yeah, man, and they serve two masters. So anyway, well, I can't say they serve two masters. Let's say some of them are. Most of them got it wrong. But yeah, so when he says we've gotten this all together now, he says Hashe Juwan. Now we know he's talking about the salvation and the grace, just like Enoch walked with Yah, because Enoch was the grace and Yah is the salvation. And just like when who you're calling Jesus walked with John and also was baptized by John, okay, to show you that salvation was baptized by grace, and then another person named John, who is grace also, walked with Yeshua and was Yeshua's favorite disciple, just to show you again. And then in the end, when the word says man shall be saved by grace alone, that is again telling you by John, and by John alone you can reach who you're calling Jesus. Okay, but it's not Jesus, it's Yeshua, salvation. Okay, John would be grace, Yon-Yah, grace and Yah, just like Enoch and Yah, just like John and Yah, and even who else was grace in the book? Like I said, there even Yoshia's son was named Yachanan. There's a Yachanan who is the son of Yeshua, and I try to tell you guys that too. I was like, Yeshua, over and over, there's these Yeshuas throughout the book from the beginning to end, and they all, he shows up and he tells you who he is. Like, this is, look, you can look him up by, they call him Josiah. Okay. 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 You gotta look up Yakanan then. Okay. So you look up Yehochanan, right? And then it will go down. Josiah, Yashaya, Yashia, Yosha, Yashia, Yoshe, Yashia. Okay. So, King, he's the eldest son of King Yashia. Okay, in 2 Chronicles 3:15. Like John 3:15, you have Yakanan would be in 3:15. Who you're calling John. Johanan. John is in 3:15. 1 Chronicles. This who is the firstborn of Yashaya. Yoshia, Yashaya, Yasha. What did I tell you? From the Hebrew meaning save, Yasha, to save or to deliver. So all throughout the Bible, he's telling you, this is the Old Testament. Not only he told you, and that's why he said, that's why, bro. Like that's why John was the baptism and the Son, all the Father and the Son. Come on, bro. The grace, man should only be saved by grace alone. Come on, he had grace on both sides, previous and post ministry. Come on, man. Prophecy and everything. I'm trying to tell you guys. He's been him all along this whole time. I'm telling you. That's why, just like John before, then Yeshua, John baptized Yeshua, and then John, the younger John, walks with Yeshua, and then just like Ahia's name, Ahia would be like Yakanan, and then Ashar would be like Yashaya, and then Ahia would be another Yakanan. Grace is on both sides. I am is on both sides of Ashar. Ashar is good. I'm trying to tell you guys. No man is good. You hear my name, you hear my Father. That's what he's trying to tell you, fam. So, all the way back, this is a better ministry than I expected to come out of this video. All this has come together very nicely. So when I'm telling you right here on the video, I said Moses versus the Nazis, Black Jesus, yes and no, yes, no, yay, shin, from Navajo. So they said this black dude named Black Yay Shin. So I was saying that dude is the same person or the same spirit of when it's saying the Hoshe Juan. So the Juan, what did I say about Juan? The Juan is the John people. It's John, Javan, Yayan, and then the Hoshe is salvation. Is the Jesus people. So that's what I'm saying. The grace and the salvation together were the 12 tribes. 6 for peace and 6 for war. The Urim, the Urim, and the Thummim. The Urim and the Thummim. The left and the right. The fire and the faith. The truth. the furnace, and the truth, the faithful. Come on, man. Daniel with the 12 tribes, the furnace, Daniel in the furnace, and with his faith. Come on, man. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The Diné were the Navajo.
They refer to these people as the house gods or the growling god, but that's incorrect.
So, at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys the truth about this prophet from the Navajo tribe. And Navajo is prophet because Nava comes from Naba, Nava, Naba is prophet, and then or prophecy.
Tennessee was because they were blending in with
Boom. Nava, prophecy, to speak, to sing, inspired. Boom. So right there, Naba, Nabi, Navajo. Who is Ho? Who is Yo? And they spell it with a J-O, and you already know who that is. It's Yah. All right. The prophet of Yah, prophets of Yah. So even without the Navajo, you still have, because that's why he said it doesn't matter what the enemy tries to do. They'll try to change your name and change you this and that, but it'll still all work in the favor of the Most High. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to tell you guys, you better listen. All right, man, this is 41 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put this video up on TikTok because my other video was an hour and 1 minute long, and that's 1 minute too long to put up on TikTok. And it takes a whole day for my UCut video to finish translating it. It's only at 31%. Should have been done it 15 times over by now. Not even then. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. I'm gonna cancel that video, and I'm gonna just use this video I'm using right now to record and put that up for that on TikTok, since you missed that video. But on TikTok, if you guys want to catch up, just go over to my channel on YouTube, Imra Atarun, the word of Yah, prayer of Yah. Okay, the prayer one, word of Yah, the prayer one. Okay, so all you gotta do is type that up. This is the channel formerly known as Repent as Doves. You type this up on YouTube, you get to my channel. Alright, you probably just gotta type up Imra, put the apostrophe there because that's Yah, the word of Yah.
Pull-ups help build confidence. Take it from the
And
number one
Atharun, and Atharun. Alright, and you'll get to my channel and you'll see the latest video up would have been the Black Moses versus the Nazis. 1 hour and 1 minute long, 2 seconds. Like I said, I couldn't put it up on TikTok, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this one up on TikTok. So you guys, you guys subscribe to my channel, pass the video around, and tune in. I'll talk to you guys later. Tudu Rabba Hayashara Hay Kadosh Kadash Kadesh, Tudu Rabba Yashaya Kadesh Kadash Kadosh, Tudu Rabba Hebwa Kakma Kadesh Kadash Kadosh, Penama Shemo Yashaya Hama Asaya Kadosh Kadash Kadesh, Ashar Yasharun, Anami Amen.